flow of what? The liquid waste. We use any means legal to stop the person who operates the toilet facility.
He outlined plans to give the market a facelift.
Yes, we need to expand the market to certain level. By so doing, it will be a source of what? Revenue for the assembly to be able to do most of its activities.
Earlier, traders complained about a number of problems, including people who they claim constituted themselves as landlords and demand rent from them even though the parcel of land belongs to government. To some other stories, and the paramount chief of Jamestown, Ingleshi Alata, says he intends to establish a fisheries school at Jamestown to train the youth in modern fishing methods and practices. Outlining his strategic development plan, Oblimpong Wichekojo noted educating the youth was one sure way to improve the lot of the people.
The people of Jamestown will live a happy and fulfilled life if there are jobs, especially for the youth. In this regard, it is my plan to lead the modernization of fishing in Jamestown, since quite a chunk of the inhabitants are fishermen and fishmongers. In this global technological era of the 21st century, the fishing industry have long said goodbye to canoe fishing and the obsolete methods of preservation and marketing. Fishing is a major vocation in Jamestown and will see a major transformation under my reign. It is my intention to establish a fishing school to educate the youth in modern fishing methods and practices to keep fishing alive and vibrant, and to establish a fishing company.
The Jamestown Manche, known in private life as Dr. Prince William Ashley Bruce Quay, stated sanitation and security will be paramount during his leadership. He promised to set up a Jamestown Development Agency to facilitate and accelerate the development of the traditional area. He underscored the need for the township to leverage on its tourist attractions for the benefit of its people and the entire country.
I intend to push for the refurbishment of the old harbour and assist in the rehabilitation of old buildings. Jamestown also has a beachfront, which will be exploited for the good of the inhabitants and visitors. It is my intention to lead the crusade for the development of the beach into a world-class recreational area. To this end, a Jamestown Tourist Development Company will be set up to coordinate all tourism-related activities.
Jamestown is a cosmopolitan mix of people. The town developed after the construction of James Fort by the British in 1674.
It's one of our headline stories, and the Registrar of the Allied Health Professions Council has described as worrying the constant delay in employing allied health professionals after completing school. Dr. Samuel Yawopoko says despite the shortage of staff in various health institutions, the health professionals sometimes stay at home unemployed for 3 years. He was speaking at the 6th induction and oath swearing in ceremony for allied graduates in Kumasi. Dr. Samuel Yawopoko stressed on the importance of allied health officials in the provision of in-quality healthcare delivery. He wants the government to address the challenge of delays in employing the professionals considering the shortage of health staff in the country.
A visit to our health facilities points to acute shortage of these highly trained professionals. I'm therefore making a passionate appeal to the government, through the Honorable Regional Minister, to address this critical issue so that the population will benefit from the services of these people whose education was largely funded by the taxpayers' money.
Addressing the graduates, a hematologist at Cath, Professor Clement Opoku Okra, said for Ghana to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, it needs to prioritize on making quality healthcare accessible to all.
Progress in health is dependent on economic, social, and environmental progress. Well over a dozen targets in other goals can be considered health-related and should be given special attention in strategies, policies, and plans to achieve the health goal and in monitoring progress.
The Ashanti Regional Minister Simon Osei Mensah urged health workers to resort to dialogue instead of strikes to get their grievances addressed. He entreated the Allied Health Professions Council to take steps to team up to address the issue of quacks in the system.
I'm aware of some major challenges that often face you people, especially in the process of health delivery. However, and I wish to plead with you that irrespective of all these challenges, government is always prepared to dialogue and also expects same from all sectors of our working population.
The minister implored the graduates to accept postings to serve in the rural areas where their service is needed the most. 1,120 students graduated. More on healthcare this afternoon. Hundreds, if not thousands, of people with varying kidney diseases in Ghana are dying slowly because they cannot afford healthcare. And the cost of kidney transplant in India is between $30,000 to $35,000 and $100,000 to $200,000 in the United States.
The function of the kidney is to collect natural waste from the blood, which gathers in the bladder as urine and is expelled very quickly from the body. Failure to rid the system of this toxic waste can be injurious to the bladder and the kidneys. High blood pressure, poor blood supply, obstructed outflow of blood due to stones in the bladder or prostate, diabetes and hypertension are external problems that can impact adversely on your kidneys. Dialysis is a transitional point to kidney transplantation. The ideal session for a dialysis patient is 3 times a week. In Ghana, a session costs 260 cedis currently. The cost of dialysis is expensive for the majority of Ghanaians. Dialysis Services Foundation has been launched to provide subsidized or full payment for dialysis treatment to needy members of the community so that these patients will not be deprived of treatment due to financial difficulties. The board chairman of the foundation and former chief of staff, Prosper Bani, stressed the need to help families who cannot afford the treatment.
People with chronic kidney diseases are like orphans. They are left to themselves. The day your family cannot afford that 250 or 260 Ghana cedis for your dialysis, it means that they'll start preparing your funeral. It is scary.
A member of the foundation's board, Dela Agbo, said the foundation would encourage the setting up of a donor registry and sponsor donors' transplants.
When you're on dialysis for life. Your kidney, if it's not able to come back within 2 or 3 dialysis, it's obviously it may not come back again. So eventually you have to do transplant. And that is why we believe in also promoting the donor registry.
The foundation has called on corporate organizations and the general public to help in raising a total amount of 2.5 million Ghana cedis to provide the basic treatment required to survive kidney disease.
Now let's concentrate on breast cancer. And over 4,650 women in the country are diagnosed with breast cancer annually, according to Global Commie Research Unit of the World Health Organization. The figure has seen an increase of 2,062 cases recorded by 2010 by that same organization. Here's a report by Benjamin Edo.
The figure indicates breast cancer cases among women in the country is on an alarming increase. Breast cancer is the most common cancer that affects women and the most common cause of cancer deaths in Ghana. The disease involves a growth of abnormal cells in the breast. Early detection and treatment help save lives. As part of activities for the homecoming event of Kumasi High School, a breast screening exercise was organized for residents around the school's community. President of Breast Care International, Dr. Beatrice Wiafiadai, said the key to success treatment of breast cancer lies in its early detection.
Our people are aging. Our life expectancy rate has increased from 49 years to 63 now. So a lot of cancers do go with age. So we are likely to get a lot of people developing cancer as we wish ourselves to grow old. And from the research that came, breast cancer happens to be number 1, cervical cancer is number 2, and prostate cancer is the number 1 among men.
A member of the planning committee of the Kumasi High School homecoming, Lydia Martin, was impressed with the outcome of the screening.
And as the committee met, we were thinking of the programs to do, and we said, look, let's not be selfish. Let's consider the women in society, our mothers, our sisters, to include them in this celebration. So we thought of breast screening, freely sponsored by Imrantie and co-sponsored by Peace and Love Hospital. And it has really been successful. The impact has been great.
70% of persons between the ages of 15 and 35 in Ghana are at risk of substance abuse. Medical practitioner and clinical health psychologist Dr. Isaac Newman Arthur made this known in Accra and called on the Food and Drugs Authority to intensify surveillance in a bid to clamp down on the abuse and the sale of illicit drugs and tramadol among the youth. Medical experts say the abuse of tramadol, a pain relief drug, can cause psychotic problems as well as cause damage to vital human organs. The drug, despite being prescription only, is sold and used indiscriminately by young people in Ghana. As part of efforts to raise awareness about the dangers of drug abuse, the youth wing of Satellite Methodist Church in Accra has held a program dubbed Goberfest 2018. Speaking at the program, medical practitioner and clinical health psychologist Dr. Isaac Newman Arthur expressed concern at the growing illicit trade in tramadol by unlicensed pharmacists.
Anybody we find using tramadol, we have to just match the person to the pharmacy or the person who sold the tramadol to that person, and the person should be prosecuted.
He called on persons battling with addiction to seek medical help.
The people involved, they need help to be able to overcome those addictions. And there are psychiatrists, psychologists, we have counselors, we have psychiatric nurses, and people in the health profession who have been trained to deal with those problems.
Mental health nurse and second runner-up of last year's Ghana's Most Beautiful pageant, Baba Boche, also called for more awareness creation about the dangers of drug abuse.
When you have a lot of information concerning something, you go out there and then deliver well. And also you're able to understand the condition that people find themselves in and then not to judge them, but rather help them out of it.
Other speakers at the program cautioned the youth against indulging in social vices. And now to politics. A newly appointed director of communications of the New Patriotic Party, Yao Boabeng Asamoah, has assured party faithful of a collaborative communication strategy which will ensure the inclusion of foot soldiers and party serial callers. His comments follows a strike by serial callers of the ruling MPP in the Ashanti region who complained of neglect but have since called off their strike. He spoke exclusively to Selom Amenya.
The party announced the appointment of deputy national officers and directors to help in its day-to-day running for the next 4 years. The Member of Parliament for the Adentan constituency, Yao Boabeng Asamoah, is now the new Director of Communications. Speaking to TV3, Yao Boabeng Asamoah, who was deputy to Nana Kumia, reassured party members of restructuring the communication strategy to meet the demands of the era.
Once we've sorted out the structure, going forward, it should be simple to establish collaborative structures. Yes, you have a government. Government communicates. Then you have party. Party communicates. And indeed, you also have parliament. We are a huge majority in parliament. So parliament also communicates. So you have three arms who are all communicating. Government comes, parliamentary comes, party comes. So naturally, if we don't collaborate and sync, we will have problems.
Serial callers of the NPP in the Ashanti region on Wednesday, September 19, called off their week-long strike after a meeting with executives of the party who promised to resolve their grievances. The Adentan legislator maintained an all-inclusive communication strategy is best to ensure foot soldiers and serial callers are not left behind.
We expect that we will have a better appreciation of what the government is doing. Party Coms is here to support the government. So we expect that now that we are well positioned as a party, we'll get better quality inputs from the government in terms of information, in terms of flow, in terms of feedback. And through that process, foot soldiers will feel more included. Once they are more included, their views are being taken into account. They will then be able to also project the party better at local level. I think there are good times ahead.
He's confident Wednesday's appointment has set the party on a new pedestal for a more synchronized communication.
While the government is information, don't forget that it is stripping the party of personnel, of people and all that. So the party gets a bit, in the doldrums. Then when the government completes its formation, the party then goes into the process of restructuring itself through elections and otherwise. And in that period, again, there's turbulence and there's lack of clarity about what the party is, who is in charge of what, and what it does. That is what we've been seeing. And we've gone through all that, and then about a month and a half, 2 months ago, we had our national elections, which then consolidated the party. So what we saw yesterday was a completion of that process.
You're still watching Midday Live with me, Wendy Lai. To one of our headline stories this afternoon, and chiefs and opinion leaders in the Sunafo North and South District of the Bunafo region have unanimously called for the establishment of a military post at Sankore to curb the recurrence of politically motivated violence in that area. We bring your reports by Larry Pakwesi Moses.
We ba no be no konti an kopim da bay na san ko mai ho beto ye ti asumdua ye peni asumdua ye peni na senka uwa die na o fe dia dua na sa transfer ato awuo no sabi ntekuma akwatra se etonku ene wo mu di ka ye wo mu we na me de bia me kasa de no twe ni dua anka ne to ne nka obofo nsam da emre bi ba se hunu bia ene kosi sen sa na bre bi so beba ya de ni hwe ya drase mani ni dia na me fra na na se bi nkonwa se mu na o ti san ko di akonwa kra yimu na na ti o kra ye timi bomba ye nko ne yenko tu na na no san ko ma ye no obi dia ya ka ne na mo bia so ati pain san ko ne politicians dia ya na na no be chichiri kure ya ba ye na ma no kuro bia ni ha ya trase ade asundua na tena ase na CPP ba ye mate mu fo ba ye kwabra ni mu ye boni tu okura mu ma ni wu ya trase ya enu kotoy afa dia 1992 constitution mra ne koto aba ne mra ende bobo emra nche kakra bi ni ya fa kure ya boye bo san kwa yo mu dia hiri ni ha presi ni ha soja ni ha MP ni ha DC ni ha.
And more on the story as a follow-up, we do have on the phone line ACP Ebenezer Labi. He is with the Goso Divisional Police. He's a commander there. Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for agreeing to speak with us.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Now, can you tell us exactly when the police heard about the incident yesterday and what happened thereafter?
Are you asking about what happened?
Yes, yesterday's incident.
The event.
Yes.
Hello.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I'm asking that when did the police hear about the incident and what happened thereafter?
Yeah, after the program, we were able to arrest 2 people out of 3 who destroyed some of the chairs before the event. We have 2 in our custody at the moment. We are looking for the other one to be arrested. Those arrested, one Amos Asantikora Anointing, 25 years, and one Isaac Akoboa, 21 years. God willing, Monday they will be put before court.
Now,
that's what we have for you for now.
Okay, but when did the police service there hear about the incident?
We all know about Sankore. Sankora is a violence area. Was scheduled from 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. So we're having a local police on the ground whilst we were mobilizing ourselves. By 6:30 a.m., the police assembled at Kukum for briefing. So we finished the briefing, 7 were to leave. Then we had there's a program going on at a limited registration center at Kukum where the two strong parties were challenging each other. So we have to rush there. When we got there, it was alleged one party had gone to West Region to bring minors to come and register. So there was a huge and hot argument facing each other. We have to intervene before we proceed. So that delayed us a little. So when they started that train, not quite 3 minutes, police arrived and they ran away from the scene.
Now, I'm asking that because we just heard a story before we called you. Chiefs are asking for a military post in that very area. Is that they've lost trust in the police there? What do you make of that?
I'm not hearing you well. The chiefs are praying for peace.
They're asking for a military post in that area. Is that to say that they've lost trust in the police, and what do you make of that? Because if there's police presence there and they believe in the police service, they wouldn't go to the extent of asking for a military post in that very area.
The line is not clear to me. If you can come louder.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Now, I'm just saying that before we spoke to you, we aired a story where we have the chiefs calling or asking for a military post in that area. Well, I think, are you on the line, sir? We've lost ACP Ebenezer Labi. He is a commander for the Gosso Divisional Police, and we're speaking to him on updates on the incidents that happened there. But as and when we reach him, we'll get back to him and speak to him. You're still watching Media Live. Do stay with us.
Aya woti ya wo be mem ana ya imo hyehyew wo sensu fitaa bi firi mu ba ugunsu ntentem ana ya ugunsu a na emu ache woti ya wo sabe wa ya ase esese wo bobirim se bi ana wo prostate ana hu aba hawo aya na wonsa na ase wo na ya ye titiri waposo tutu wonante a na wa ye dududu aya ase bibi ne na mo widie mu e bia na stroke yade na ebo wo kaye Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic e wonimdi e ode beboa wo Endpoint, Accra, Spinters Road, Shell Signboard, Tema, Committee 22, Koanaso Hotel Echi, Kumasi Chronom Abuenya Angel School Complex. Sakra de Endpoint, Anaji Queen of Peace inside Anaji Police Station Echipe. Techimine, Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic, Hensa, and Nick Jones Bro Filling Station, and a Dinshanimu. For Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic, 0244 867 068.
Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. I'm free.
I love coming to school because my school is beautiful. I have lots of friends and learning is so easy.
Welcome to North Hills International School. Here we admit students from preschool up to junior high school. We have ultra-modern classrooms, an up-to-date library, a beautiful computer room, a well-equipped science lab, excellence in extracurricular activities such as basketball, table tennis, football, a swimming pool each for preschool, basic school, and junior high school. We teach ballet dancing, cadet, and taekwondo. We have professional teachers who are all degree holders. We offer GES and British curricula. We have surround cameras, so when your ward comes to school, he or she is protected. Air-conditioned buses transport students from home to school and vice versa. We train students to become responsible and ethical citizens of the world. I recommend North Hills International School for your ward. We'll be expecting you.
North Hills International School.
SMEGA 2017 is here, a night to celebrate excellence, innovation, quality, and productivity. An awesome evening of honoring visionary SMEs and entrepreneurs who have propelled the country's economic growth story. Presenting the Vodafone SME Ghana Awards 2017. To join the celebration, visit SMEGhanaAwards.com to book your seat. It's free. Date 27 September 2018. Venue Accra International Conference Center. Time 6:30 p.m. Main sponsor Vodafone Business Solution. Supported by Heritage Bank, Active Insurance, Food 101, The iShares. Media partners. SMEGA 2017, a night to celebrate excellence, innovation, quality, and productivity.
Who becomes the next Ghana's Most Beautiful 2018? You decide. Vote your favorite contestant to win by texting Abena, Eastern Region, Na, Greater Accra Region, Jifa, Volta Region, Tewa, Central Region, Adepa, Western Region, Afra, Ashanti Region, Ohima, Bono Ahafo Region, Nabia, Northern Region, Nor, Upper West Region, Wakia, Upper East Region, to the short code 1413 on all networks. You can also vote on the GMB app for a whopping 15% discount. Watch the live show every Sunday at 8 p.m. on TV3. Audience must be seated by 7 p.m. at TV3's Studio B. GMB 2018. This is the life. GMB is brought to you by Heaven Black Mosquito Coil and Insecticide Spray, Ideal Milk, Bond Savings and Loans, Camel Antiseptic, Carnival Strawberry, Enapa Mackerel, GTP Still Timeless, Onga Tablet and Seasoning, Ghana Tourism Authority, Adunko, Next Coffer Blood Tonic from Ernest Chemist, Deluxe Paint, Lele Rice, Number 8 Exotic Snacks, Snappy Snack, Citro C, Proper Sanitary Pads, Davis Palace, and Holy Trinity Spa and Health Farm.
This is still Midday Live with me, Wendy Lai. Let's go back to our earlier story and one of our headline stories where the chiefs and opinion leaders of the Esunafo North and South districts in the Bono Ahafo region have unanimously called for the establishment of a military post at Sankore to curb the recurrence of politically motivated violence in the area. Here's a report by Larry Pakwisi Moses.
The chiefs raised the issue at a meeting held to deliberate on the violent incident which occurred at the Bono Ahafo regional celebration of International Press Day anniversary that took place at Sankore. The paramountcies of Gwaso, Kukwom and Kwapon were all represented at the meeting. The World Peace Day event was instituted to constantly remind mankind the world over on the need to treasure and uphold peace as a prerequisite for development and progress. The event was therefore scheduled at Sankore, which has been the hotbed of socio-political violence since 1992, to conscientize the people on the need to maintain peace for their socio-economic development. Commenting on the violent episodes, the chief of Sankore, Nana Ojedum Apia Kubi, said prior to the onset of the Fourth Republic in 1992, Sankore used to be a vibrant town for its agricultural activities like cocoa cultivation, oil palm production, and timber lumbering, among others. Today, he said Sankore is a ghost town as all economic activities have ceased and replaced with protracted violence and misery. The chief stressed that government of the day has the machinery to arrest the violent incident, the failure of which will smack of political complicity and will leave them with no choice but to arm themselves in readiness for self-defense. Nana Ojedum Apia Kubi also called on the government to impose a curfew at Sankore for effective monitoring of the hoodlums. The Sunyani Municipal Chief Executive, Evelyn Ama Richardson, who represented the Bono Ahafo Regional Minister at the meeting, could not hide her motherly tears when she contributed at the meeting. After the meeting, the chief joined the crowd that had been waiting for eyes to be addressed about the day's event. The Bono Ahafo Regional Executive Secretary of the National Peace Council, Swala Abdullah Kwanda, shared the Peace Day message with the public. At the time of filing this report, the police in Gwaso have confirmed the arrest of 2 persons that triggered the violence at the Peace Day celebration. They are Amos Asari, aka Anointing, who was seen wielding the cutlass, and his accomplice,
known only as Isaac. The police say the two are hardened criminals noted for series of robbery and rape cases.
Next, we have some business news.
The business news segment is brought to you by MTN, Universal Merchant Bank.
The Convention's People Party has described Ghana's trade agreements with China as one that is ill-informed and primitive. Speaking at the CPP celebration of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, party chairman Professor Edmond Dele maintained that if Ghana had followed the CPP self-reliance policy, the country would not be begging for aid.
Ghana recently signed a $2 billion bauxite barter agreement with China. The deal, christened the Master Project Support Agreement Facility, is for the construction of priority projects in Ghana by Chinese firm Sino-Hydro Corporation. China's Sino-Hydro Group Limited is expected to provide $2 billion of infrastructure, including roads, bridges, interchanges, hospitals, housing, rural electrification, in exchange for Ghana's refined bauxite. But the CPP clearly is unhappy with the agreement.
Nanado is pretty no aid philosophy. Beyond aid philosophy. And you are talking about giving China giving you $2 billion for our bauxite. Barter system. Primitive philosophy. Barter system.
Chairman of the CPP, Professor Edmond Dele, is optimistic if the self-reliance policies of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah were followed, the country would have been better off and not rely on foreign aid.
At the time that we started, we could have even beaten China, beaten Korea. If we had followed us self-reliance, let's rely on ourselves. We want to rely on ourselves. No nation can build Ghana. Ghanaians must take the lead. You must support Ghanaians to build this country. So going out with our cap in hand to beg for people to come and develop our country, we are only putting our country in jeopardy. Our people who will live after us are going to be paying debt. Is that what we want to do?
The CPP, celebrating the Founders' Day in honor of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, enumerated some of his visions, which included the industrialization of the entire Tema township.
Nkrumah originated the Ghana Airways, the Black Star Line, which gave us pride beyond the means of transportation. He emphasized marine transport to decongest our roads. He sought to harness the wicked and exploitative colonial railway system to build for us a robust and a reliable national railway system, cheaper, convenient, and faster.
Today marks the 109th birthday of the nation's founder, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah.
Backward, never, in the name of...
And that story was to celebrate Dr. Kwame Nkrumah yesterday. You're still watching Midday Live. Next, we have sports with Yao Ofosulabi.
Aya woti ya wo be mem ana ya imo hyehyew wo sensu fitaa bi firi mu ba ugunso ntentem ana ya wugunso a na emu ache woti ya wo sabe wa ya ase esese wo bobrim se bi ana wo prostate ana hu aba ha wo aya na wonsa ana ase wo na ya titiri waposo tutu ya no aye dududu aya ase bibi ne na mo widie mu e bia na stroke yade na ebo won kaye Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic e wonim die ode beboa wo Endpoint, Accra, Spinters Road, Shell Signboard, Tema, Committee 22, Koa Nasu Hotel Echi, Kumasi Chronom Abuenya Angel School Complex. Sakra de Endpoint, Anaji Queen of Peace, inside, Anaji Police Station Echi Pe. Techimine, Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic, Hensa, and Nick Jos Bro Filling Station, and a Dinshanimu. For Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic, 0244 867 068.
Endpoint Homeopathic Clinic. I'm free. GMB 2018 is here, and the regional battles are on this Sunday. Experience the best of fashion, beauty, pageantry, and our very first weekly show, Fashion Night. Who will walk away with an award on the night? Is it Central or Northern, BA or Volta, Western or Greater Accra, Upper East or Upper West, Eastern or Ashanti? You can find out this Sunday live on TV3 at 8 p.m. sharp, or come support your queens and cheer on your region at TV3 Studio B and be part of the fan. Audience should be seated by 7 p.m. GMB 2018, this is the live.
GMB is brought to you by Heaven Black Mosquito Coil and Insecticide Spray, Ideal Milk, Bond Savings and Loans, Camel Antiseptic, Carnival Strawberry, Enapa Mackerel, GTP, Still Timeless, Onga Tablet and Seasoning, Ghana Tourism Authority, Adunko, Next Coffer Blood Tonic from Ernest Chemist, Deluxe Paint, Lele Rice, Number 8 Exotic Snacks, Snappy Snack, Citro C, Proper Sanitary Pads, Davis Palace, and Holy Trinity Spa and Health Farm.
Everything you need to know. Captivating. Reliable. Credible and breaking news. All at your fingertips.
Who's found Asamoah Gyan? Super finish!
Being on top of the news has never been easy. Visit us at www.3news.com for all your reliable news. 3 News, news at your fingertips.
Are you just a fan, or you a fun pundit?
I think Manchester United can bounce back.
I seem not to understand it. Why should you go and buy Malcolm?
We need to be in the top 4.
We are surely taking the league this year.
We are clinching the quadruple again and hopefully the UEFA Champions League.
What are we doing as Ghanaians to develop our local league?
You know, say we score Real Madrid. Thomas Partey, we are making it.
We are winning the league this season. Liverpool.
Be a fun pundit. Record and send us your thoughts about any major issue in the world of football. Let's play it back for you on TV3. Share your videos via WhatsApp number 0243 464040. Fun Pundits on Sports Station, giving a voice to the fans.
Unai, please, I'm begging you.
Brought to you by MTN, everywhere you go.
To every story, there's a deeper meaning, a host of angles, which, when reported with the highest ethics of journalism, bring out the perspectives that matters most to you. That's what News 360 is all about. I seek to climb higher, dig deeper, and go further to bring you 360 degrees of the news and what happens thereafter. I'm Natalie Fort. Join me on News 360 every weekday at 7 p.m.
Sports News segment is brought to you by Cowbell.
Well, hello, good afternoon. Sports News Time here on News 360, on Midday Live here on TV3. My name is Yao Ofosila. To our first story this afternoon, and the Vice Chairperson of the new administrative body, Lucy Quist, has revealed some of their top agenda as they begin to steer the affairs of Ghana football until March 2019, that's next year. And Lucy Quist says transparency is among the top priorities as they seek to bring normalcy to the sport in Ghana.
Will look like in 6 months is what we're strategizing together to define at the moment. One of the things that we can definitely assure you of is transparency, communication, and above all, engagement. So we will define what success in 6 months looks like and what should happen after that. We will come back to you and share that openly with you so that we can all rally around and make those things happen together. So rest assured that you will hear those words exactly from us. But I think it's not just about 4 people agreeing what success should look like, but some degree of a high-level engagement happen so that we can come back to you with that. We will have to have subcommittee. Like I said, it's work to serve a country of over almost 30 million. It's just not possible for 4 people to, no matter how good intention, how brilliant we are, there's more work than the physical work that 4 people can achieve. So absolutely.
Well, some more stories here on Midday Live, and Kevin Prince Boateng continued his impressive start to the season by scoring to help Sassuolo come back to beat Efriakos Empoli by 3-1 on Friday night in the Italian Serie A. Now, the midfielder has been a key figure at the club since joining from German giants Frankfurt, also in there now, already scoring 2 goals from 4 games. The fellow Ghana international Alfred Duncan lasted the entire duration of the winning side at home, while Efriakos picked up an injury and had to be substituted. Gian Marco Ferrari made it 2-1 for Sassuolo in the 57th minute before Empoli got reduced to 10 men after Miha Zaj collected a yellow card on 71 minutes. Well, away from Italy, let's go to England now, where Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp says the club do not expect
Mosquito coil and insecticide spray, Ideal Milk, Bond Savings and Loans, Camel Antiseptic, Carnival Strawberry, Enapa Macro, GTP Still Timeless, Onga Tablet and Seasoning, Ghana Tourism Authority, Adunku, Next Coffer Blood Tonic from Ernest Chemist, Deluxe Paint, Lele Rice, Number 8 Exotic Snacks, Snappy Snack, Citro C, Proper Sanitary Pads, Davis Palace, and Holy Trinity Spa and Health Farm.
Date 6th October 2018. Time 7 p.m. Red carpet 5 p.m. Venue International Conference Center. Event the Adonko RTP Awards. Performances for the night: Kwame Eugene, Kidi Eddie K, and Okonfo Kwade just before his European tour. Grab your tickets for 100 Ghana cedis from Peace FM, West Hills Mall, and Achimota Mall. To vote for your favorite TV or radio personality or program, go to Play Store, download the RTP Awards application, then select the category to vote. For TV3 to win more awards, vote for us now. For Media General to win Media Group of the Year award, text RTP A2MG to 1422. The Adonko RTP Award is brought to you by Adonko Yas Sanitary Pad, SO Herbal Center, Dofio Roofing Systems, Special Drinks, Papa's Pizza, Holiday Inn Hotel, Alisa Hotels, New Fashions, Innovate Advertising, Eden Security, and Sumisura by Abdul Esther Mahedin Tailoring.
Experience GMB 2018 with more power in your hands using the Ghana's most beautiful app. This is the Live. 1. Get the power to vote as many times as you want using the GMB app. 2. The power to watch live shows wherever you are using the GMB app. And 3. The power to follow and engage with the contestants throughout the season using the GMB app. Download the Ghana's most beautiful app from the Google Play Store now and enjoy the Live. TV3 is Ghana's most beautiful, redefining beauty to promote national unity.
Thanks, Hussein. We have some international news now, and at least 12 villagers were killed late on Thursday during an attack by suspected jihadists in Mozambique's northern village of Pakwekwe in the Cabo Delgado region. AFP news agency reports 10 people were shot by firearms and 2 burned to death after 55 houses were charred. 1 person was beheaded after being shot in the head. Dead. A health official said an ambulance had been dispatched to rescue the 14 wounded. A group of Islamist militants have been operating in the natural gas-rich region and has conducted several attacks. A recent study found that the jihadists came to Mozambique from the East African coast. They were followers of Muslim cleric Abud Rogo Mohammed, accused of supporting Al-Shabaab in Somalia. After he was killed in 2012, they came under pressure and moved south. To some more international stories, and at least 136 people have died after a ferry carrying hundreds of people capsized on Lake Victoria in Tanzania. Officials say many are missing, and it is feared that more than 200 people in total have drowned. Rescue efforts resumed on Friday after being halted overnight. The MV Nyerere ferry overturned near Yukara Island on its way from Boroga, and it's thought that overloaded vessel tipped over when crowds on board moved to one side as it docked. Rescue operations on Africa's biggest lake have involved police and many divers, as well as private boats and local fishermen. Next, we have entertainment news. And entertainment this afternoon, Nigerian superstar Dukule Gold is on tour promoting his sophomore album, About 30. In his first interview with the Ghanaian media, he touched on his personal life and upcoming concept here in Accra. Here are excerpts of the interview.
So you're dating right now?
Oh yeah, sure.
May we know who?
No, you don't.
No, but we've heard rumors circulating.
I keep hearing.
Is it Simi?
I don't know. I'm not talking about that.
But is it Simi?
Let's just talk about my show, guys. I don't know.
I think I saw a performance of you guys. You're a bit romantic on stage and all of that.
Everybody. I was romantic with Shay.
No, but you were very romantic with Simi. And you can tell the chemistry. The chemistry is there.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro, don't lose my market. I get all these fine girls in Ghana. We just want to be.
I know, but Simi, we all like Simi. I love Simi.
Oh yeah, sure.
I love your music. So you're in Ghana for a show.
Yeah.
When's
the showcase. So it was supposed to be just meet and greet before, and then as we speak, the lineup is crazy. It looks like we're about to have a concert in like a small space, but I'm honored that people want to do this for me. It's amazing how people are responding to the show, because it's not a territory I'm familiar with here, and then the love I've been getting so far is amazing.
So what should we come expecting tomorrow?
I talk a lot.
You talk.
so we'll gist, and then you see, because I came in my band, 7th Night Element, so we're performing all the songs live.
More stories this afternoon, and performers for the 4th episode of the Glow Mega Music Show have promised a great show. Nigerian music superstar Wizkid, techno and hitmaker Yemi Alade touched down at the Kotoka International Airport ahead of the hype show, and Yemi has been sharing her expectations.
Every day now
Now expectation ahead of tonight's show.
I'm excited to be here again, Accra. My expectations for tonight's show. You know how they do. First of all, I want to go chop better Ghanaian food that they come.
Some jollof.
Well, to be sincere, what I actually like whenever I come here is to have kontumire. Kontumire is my favorite. I like yam. So.
All right, and then, so we're talking about the energetic performance and the way you vibe with your choreographers and all that, and people are supposed to be expecting that.
Of course not. I'm here with my dancers and my musicians. The entire crew are here. Oh, my sister is here. Yes. I can't wait to see her.
All right, we'll find out where the performance.
Guys, you have a few more hours to make sure you have secured your tickets. Like, if you don't have your tickets, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Don't miss it. Come and sing my mother.
Every day now CCO. Every day now different special.
On that note, we end Midday Live, but a quick run through our headline stories for this afternoon. And Chiefs call for military post at Sankore in the Sunafo North and South districts of the Bunafo region to curb political violence. Ghana Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors calls on government to find mitigating solutions to fuel price hikes. Allied Health Professions Council want quick employment for their professionals. Kenya, kidney diseases take high toll on hundreds of sufferers. On international front, jihadists kill at least 12 villagers in Mozambique. I am Wendy Lai. Thank you so much for watching. News 360 is at 7. Till then, enjoy the rest of our programs. Thanks for watching.